Hi, everyone. Welcome. Here's Pixie. Oh,
Difficulties.
hi, Pixie. I'm so happy to see you. You have no idea.
Oh, good.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I mean, I would have been happy to
Got
see
here.
you anyway, but panic, heart
Sorry,
attack.
bigger to be honest with you. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, don't you hate having technical difficulties? It's like
Uh,
stressful.
that's terrible. There's a whole bunch of people in here
Really?
already.
Oh,
Um,
goodness. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm a little tad bit late.
no, you're actually like 1 minute. You're on time as far as I'm concerned. You showed up. I'm so grateful. Um, I want to before we start our exciting afternoon. Okay, so it's not all afternoon. What is it with you guys? Um, I want to give an extra special thank you to Diane G, who sent me the slippers from off my wish list.
Oh, those look
Oh
so
my God.
cozy.
They are, do you know, these slippers are so warm that I had to take them off for a couple of minutes
I
yesterday.
believe that. I had a pair
I
like
have,
that.
I have never had feet that were too warm in my life. My feet have always been cold. I can't remember my feet ever, well, except in the summertime, my feet are comfortable. But we're getting on into autumn and winter here on the West Coast, and it's damp and it's cold. And my little feetsies have been suffering, and they're wonderful slippers, Diane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So
Very nice.
yes,
Gift.
yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful gift. Believe me. It's fabulous. Yeah, and Wanda's happy about them too. She's not eating them, so we have that to be grateful for. I wanted, huh?
Wasn't her taste?
Yeah, she doesn't like purple. I don't know.
I think I love
But
purple.
I'm so freaking grateful for these. I can't tell you. It's the little
I
things, right? It's the little things.
It's comfort.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that part of yourself. You know, okay, that's
Yeah.
safe. I can relax.
Yeah, I don't have to sit on my feet. Oh, anyway. Okay, so enough of that. We're going to be using Nightbot today. 8 questions. Yeah, so please type exclamation,
off kilter.
please
off kilter all day.
Please type. I'm looking for a nice big fat marker, but there's none within reach. I was going to do Gerald's. Please type. See, Viviani. Oh my God, Viviani. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Got your question.
Hi there.
And let's see. Now I want to say hi to some people. Yes, Ellen, they are nice slippers. They're absolutely fabulous slippers.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Hang on just a second here while I get myself back into. There we go. Kim B is here. Hi, Kim. She was the first one in. CJ and Viviani. Hi. Lindsay and Diane G, of course, and Sue Toffee. Addie Gaddy, hi, nice to see you here. Ellen R, well, we already talked to Ellen R. And Paul, White Dragon. T. Lynn's here. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy that you all came. This is I love seeing you guys here. Let's see, Sue Toffee. Oh, good, you fixed it. I see it. And Addie Gaddy got your question. Oh, you know what? Yeah, the questions are closed. I forgot to open the queue.
There we go. That's better. What a day.
My mistake. No, the questions aren't closed, Kim. It was me being slightly ditzy. I didn't open the queue, and I'm just waiting for it. The queue is open, so you can start. I'm sorry, you're going to have to retype your questions.
People. I really do. It's like I think they're playing havoc with everybody.
Yeah, well, I have a few things to say about that.
You do
Um,
all the Emmys and stuff?
yeah. Hi, Shenanigans. Hi, Nightbot.
Oh, there's
Nina.
Nina. So cute.
Hi, Nina, sweetie. Is this your first time here? No, readings aren't closed. Um, I,
Yeah.
I, I'm about to set the limit to 8 questions. Type, please follow the banner. Type exclamation mark join, and then your question right after it in one sentence. You can see from if you take a look at chat. Thank you, Diane. If you take a look at chat, you can see how other people have put their questions in, and Nightbot is code, right? Like it's a chat bot. It's not like a person. So you can, to post your question, just type join in, and in the same line, you don't have to do any, just join, hello, can I have a message from my guides, whatever it is, and see what other people have done to post their questions. You will get a message of acknowledgement from Nightbot, giving you your position in the queue. And because I use Nightbot, I just follow the queue position. So we're already at number 4. And yeah, so, oh, Earth, I see you know Nightbot well. There you go.
Well, I don't think I can chat today. It's not cooperating like everything
Well,
else.
I just want to say I've been following Stefan Burns, and I've been following Dutch Since or Dutchins. I can never get his name right. And also Dutch Since, I think it is.
Yeah,
and
that's not easy to say.
also Consciously Aaron, who posts on, these people all post, well, Consciously Aaron is posts on YouTube. Okay, we're at number 7 already. Nina, you'll have to put in a question. Okay, so type exclamation mark join again, and you're already in the queue. It's just going to modify your question. So that's fine. If you've just typed join, just retype it with the question right after the word join. So Earth, you need to type join with a question before you can get put in the queue. Hi, Pia. Is this your first time here? I haven't seen you here before.
She's lurking.
Good for you. Those are the best lurking,
Yeah.
Anyway, to get back to the Earth's energy and the sort of cosmic weather report, we're on the 1010 portal, which is real powerful energies for us today to start to set our intentions and to oh, look, Heather's here. Hi, Heather. To set our intentions to get new things going with this portal. The other it's okay, Shenanigans, don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
grain of salt, a lot worse things could be going on, I
guess. Okay, let me see who's all.
Okay,
let me see who's all in the queue. All right.
NG.
I wish I could. Oh, no.
Did what?
Sorry, I wish I could finish my thought. Okay, so we're in Powerful Portal today, and we are also what next? See now, Nana, you're in the queue. Next 2 people. Why are you just giving me the 2 people? Okay, maybe it's who.
Maybe. Weird, right?
Yeah.
It's probably having the kind of day I was having. I'm just saying.
Well, okay, we've got 7 people in the queue. And here is Emily. We've now got 8. So I'm going to close the queue. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I was so happy to see you, and now I've disappeared you. I'm so sorry. Okay. Viviani, go ahead and post your question. And Emily, I have you. I'm going to mark your question, and I'm going to. Don't worry about retyping it. I'm just going to mark it. That's fine. And Viviani, I've got your question, and now questions are closed. Don't worry about the more than 100. I've never been able to change that. I've gone into Nightbot's guts and looked at the code, like the raw code, because it's open source, and I have not ever been able to change that. So Paul wants to know if I know of anybody that has telepathy training. Well, training from whom? Viviani, baby, I got your question. Don't worry. So the queue is closed. Okay, so let's talk about the cosmic weather. So we've got the 1010 portal that's open as well. Right about now, actually, Pacific time, we are getting a really big coronal mass ejection event. All the photons are hitting the Earth right about now. It's going to turn into a G4, probably a G5 geomagnetic storm. So they're saying that you'll be able to see the aurora all the way down to Arizona. So go outside.
I get to see it for a change. Wow.
If it's not cloudy, yeah, you should. You should be able to see it if it's not cloudy tonight. And yeah, it has been a really
usually get a lot of clouds, so hopefully it won't be.
Yeah.
So actually see it from down here and then have it be cloudy. That would not be good.
So it's having enough power to affect the aurora and to affect the planet in such a in this way with such strength. Don't kid yourself. It's going to affect us too. It will absolutely. CJ, you just have to wait until, it's not that, well, okay, I don't know about you guys, but usually here it's after the sun has finished setting and is absolutely, and it's dark. Like, it's not just sunset, it's dark. So usually around here, we can see them around this time of year, probably around 9 o'clock, as a December, January, 6, 7 o'clock. So I don't know if it's Shenanigans wants to know about the portal. What does it mean, or rather, what's the significance of the day? Any portal is, thanks, Rossi, because I was going to say probably for telepathy training, I don't know. Magic School of the Higher Heart, telepathy. Okay, thank you very much, Rossi. Hang on, let me put that up. Is it usually after midnight? Oh, yeah, no, here we can see it before midnight. As long as it's not cloudy, we can see it before midnight. And happy anniversary to Heather and Shan. Whoa, good for you. Liz is here. Liz in awe. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm very scattered. Let me just try to focus myself. So the significance of the 1010 portal. Do you have anything you want to say about that, Pixie?
No, I've been feeling it because it's making it difficult to sleep, for me anyway. It's not everybody exactly the same way. It kind of depends on your frequency and the CME's frequency, but it's difficult to sleep.
Yeah, some people
can't get down into REM.
Some people, 23 years, oh my God. Some people find it hard to sleep, and some people find it hard to stay awake, and some people just get really a lot of weird dreams, and some people start, I don't know, asking questions about telepathy. You never know what's going to happen with those kinds of energies coming in. Portals are about beginnings, all portals. And I don't really understand. Well, I don't know. Does anybody understand them? I don't know that much about them. I can tell you that they are intention. They're well. I can tell you they will have effect. The intention is what's important with the portal, and also being open to the opportunities that the portal will present. So it represents new beginnings. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad today. It represents new beginnings and the opportunity for taking steps forward. So gateways to another realm. Yeah, no, I don't think it's literally a portal, like that weird ranch in New Mexico.
It depends.
Skinwalker Ranch. It's I don't think
you can walk one accident. I mean, you're not necessarily trying, but I've done it. Accident. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't trying to do it. I didn't go looking for it, but you can walk into a different time through a portal.
Yeah, I don't think they're gateways to another realm in that sense. I think that they're more about our spiritual development and the opportunities that are available for us to grow and to take on the next step. But like I said, I don't know much about them. You can maybe ask other people. Let's see who would be a good resource for you. Val, Dragonfly Crystals, but she's my teacher, so yeah, of course I'm going to say Val. Yeah, it will have an effect in every. I think Desi, you're talking, and welcome, by the way. I haven't seen you here before either. Welcome. I think that you're talking about the portal is just the date, like 10/10. So yeah, that will have an effect everywhere. And so will the geomagnetic storms that we are having. That's a global phenomenon because the photons from the sun are hitting us globally. Like it's not just happening in one hemisphere. It's not just the northern or the western hemisphere. It's the whole planet gets bathed in these photons, in these energies. Yeah. Kim's going to Sedona in November. Well, yeah, I bet you there's people in Sedona that can talk to you about portals and what they signify and so on. Do you know?
Yeah, if she's going in November, it gets cold at night. Just give them a heads up.
Bring some. Bring your warm slippers.
You can go stargazing there, but there's also a lot of ships up there, spaceships activity, a lot of craft up in Sedona.
Yeah, Heather is talking about waking up with a lot of anxiety, and T-Lyn says that she thinks anxiety may be the rising vibrations. Yes, that's true. That can express itself. The vibrations just the frequencies raising, the vibrations raising. They can be experienced as anxiety because okay, I love flying. I love traveling. And when I go to the airport, I get really excited. My heart races. I'm breathing quickly. I'm like alert because I don't want to miss my flight. And where's the bathroom? And all of that kind of stuff.
I think that's collective too, because you're an empath, so you're picking up all those people in that airport are feeling.
Yeah.
Super laid back. They're all feeling that, and you're picking up all of that.
But those what I call excitement, someone else will call anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, Desi, I'm sorry, but the questions are closed right now. So when you feel that, instead of focusing on your anxiety. Or what you're defining as anxiety, okay? What you're perceiving as anxiety. Instead of focusing on the anxiety, try to focus on something else that's more pleasant, like go read a book, listen to music, distract yourself from that, and then go back to what it is that's making you anxious.
They can do breath work. It's kind of, not a big thing that anybody's going to notice if you just do breath work.
Perfect. You just need something to distract yourself. So
make sure you do some copper pennies so they're grounded, because most people aren't grounded. If they're in,
Yeah.
That would help.
Yeah. Obsidian is a really good grounding stone. You can get little obsidian bracelets. None of these are obsidian, okay? But you can get obsidian bracelets, and they're plain, they're attractive, nobody's going to think you're weird for wearing it. Or you can put one of these in your bra, or you can put pennies in your bra or your back pocket or somewhere. So,
Yeah, if you have pants on, probably better put them in your pockets. You got to go through, the metal detector. Probably going to be going, what is that?
Yeah. This lady's got money in her bra.
What
else are you trying to smuggle? Let's come on over here to this
really?
while I put on my rubber gloves. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, maybe not a good idea if you're going to fly, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Amanda Carroll got some Himalayan salt yesterday. She put a little in her boots today. That's excellent. That's very good for grounding.
Mm-hmm. It also keeps away negative energy.
Shenanigans, that's excellent. Look at this.
Like I just had a quick vision of it's an alien, and they have a way of opening those. They just use like a
okay, so are we talking about like physical portals to another dimension? Because I only see these 1010 portals. They're not physical. Like we don't walk into.
No,
they don't take you anywhere. No,
they're all over the world that you can walk into. If you know where they are. Some people walk into them accidentally and are a little confused, like I was. I walked into a different time, and I couldn't figure out what in the world was going on because I hadn't changed. I was just walking.
How did you get out? How did you get out of it?
I was so stunned. Like I kept walking because I had somebody with me, and I'm like, I'm not going to tell them I'm like dressed totally different. I have different shoes on. I've got a hat on, a long dress. I'm like, they're going to think I'm crazy because this is quite a few years back before I really got into doing anything like this. And so I just kept walking. I'm going, okay, am I going to get back to the time that I was in, kind of thing? And it was weird because it was just the two of us. There was absolutely nobody else around us. It was at Versailles, which is a very huge place. And so about, I think it was the next day, I got up the courage to say something. She had walked into the same portal that I walked. Both of us walked into it at the same time and then walked out of it. It was very strange. I'm not going to lie. You're so stunned. You're like, what was that? Wait a minute, in your head, because you're not wanting to say anything out loud because, people think you're lost your marbles.
Except that Versailles has had other reports of time travel in there. There are at least 3 that I'm aware of, aside from yours. There's at least 3 credible reports from Versailles that of people going through a door, say, or walking outside and seeing women dressed in 18th century costumes walking around with their maids following them, and all this very elaborate.
It does happen. I mean, I talked to somebody who was in Shasta. They were in Shasta. And they went in a building, they came back out, and everything, all the streets were like 1950s. I mean, it would be a little disconcerting. I mean, this person happens to be a psychic, but I would think that'd be very disconcerting for people and be like, what in the world just happened? It takes your mind a little bit to process what in the world is going on.
Yeah, yeah, because you think, oh, there's a costume party, or there's a, there's
But
somebody shooting a movie.
when you're actually wearing the clothes from that time period, not the clothes you came in with.
Oh,
That's what I mean about disconcerting. You're
oh,
like,
that is so cool. I got shivers. That is so cool. That is so.
a lot of
I
interesting
love
experiences.
it.
There's so
I'm
much history in Europe, that a lot
yeah,
of us probably, if we go there, we'll go to certain places where we've been before. So you'll get a dislike for a place, or a place that you really love, like Versailles, to me gorgeous. But I've had a past life there before. I didn't find that out till like years later, but so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I'm not quite sure. But
that's
at least I know I'm not, the only person that's, because it's nice to be able to ask somebody else. You're afraid to ask them, like I said, because you're you don't want them to think you
cool.
lost marbles.
And are you even going to speak French when you open your mouth to speak to
Mm-hmm.
people? Like, hello, that is so weird. That is, I believe that absolutely, Kim, me too. I believe that can happen. And I'm kind of sorry that it never happened to me, to be honest.
Just say yet. I mean, I don't know if we can ask our guys for that experience, or if it's something they do to kind of get our attention. Like, hey,
Yeah, yeah,
this is not the only dimension, and you have the ability to be in this other dimension. Maybe it's a wake up call.
yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with the questions now. Thanks, Pixie, and thank you guys for all of your really interesting questions and comments. Okay, well, now this is something that you know what? This could be a whole show. A psychiatrist who talked about the experiences being diagnosed as mental health issues. Yes.
That's why people don't talk about them.
Yeah. And because their voices in my head, right? And pictures behind my eyelids. And how is that not a hallucination? And, you know, um, like really, it meets all the criteria, the classical DSM-5 or whatever they're up to by now, criteria for a hallucination, because it's internally generated, right? Well, it's not internally generated. That's the trick. Except if you don't believe in a spirit world, then it is internally generated, and I'm just crazy. So yeah, so I'm real careful who I share this kind of stuff with. Although here I am on the internet and anybody can see it, so I don't know how.
Maybe
Whatever.
We don't.
Sure. Any minute now, those nice young men in their white coats are going to come and take me away.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, so the first question is from Sue Toffee, who wants a read on her love life. Okay. Do you want to take that, Pixie? Or do you want?
Well, I'm trying to figure. I think it'd be better if it was a little more specific. Like, what is the read? Like, what is their specific issue? Because usually, if it's a partner, it's a lesson.
Yeah.
So it depends on whether were you with them before in a past life, and you guys didn't work that out, and so you decided to give it another go this time. I mean, I can do a generalized reading. It just won't be. I don't know if it'll be as specific, but I can sure try. Okay, Sue.
Yeah. Can you give us a little more detail, Sue? Like, is this like, do you have a partner?
It's a little bit psychic is what I'm saying, because we don't, it's like, does she have a partner? Does she want a partner? It's like, so it'll take us a little bit more time I can hone in on it, but it'll take me a little more time.
Yeah. And also, it looks like, okay, so wait, let me just see who's all in the queue. So, who?
Happy anniversary, Heather, by the way.
Yeah, Delphi, I'm sorry, questions are closed. So it's giving me the next 5 people. Kim B, Addie Gaddy, Emily Lawrence Bradley, Nina Sweetie, Earth. And let's see if I can get it to give me the who 10. How about that?
Do you understand? I'm not getting the acronym of LIFW. Does that mean something specific?
Okay, and Desi Calico. So we have 6 people in the queue. We have plus Sue Toffee. We have Kim B, Addie Gaddy, Emily Lawrence Bradley, Nana Sweetie, Earth, Desi Calicar, and we also have the 2 questions from. We also have a question from Viviani. So okay, so we're just going to have to. CJ was number 1 and LNR was number 2. So CJ and LNR, if you would please put your questions in, never mind the join. I will just, hi Leah, I will just star them and we'll answer them, okay? So yeah, I know, Ellen. So if you'll put, what can I say? Photons from the sun. And by the way, the other thing I wanted to tell you about that, oh God, my mind is just everywhere. The other thing that I wanted to tell you about that is that the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric, at NOAA anyway, they have contacted certain organizations to let them know about these storms because they can affect the power grids. So they're strong enough to affect the power grids. Okay, LNR and CJ, I have your questions. I have them starred and they will be answered.
I think Sue's
by shenanigans.
I think part of what she's asking is there's a break. There's been a break for a while, and she doesn't understand why. Is that what you're asking? Is Sue still with us?
I'm getting that you don't have a break, or there just isn't anyone in your life. Right? Is Sue still here?
That's what I was wondering.
Sue Toffee, are you here? Can you just say yes in the chat, please? Because we need some deets, girl.
Well, we just need to know if that's the issue.
We're anywhere near the right, the right intersection, the right address. Okay, so if Sue's not here, then I'm going to.
Well, we can always, if she comes back, we can pick it up.
Back, yeah. So Sue, we're just going to put her question aside. I can't mark it now; it's too far up. No, she's not here. She hasn't answered. Okay, so next. Yeah. Sometimes Nightbot will drop people randomly, as we noticed, and especially, when it's most convenient, why not?
Yeah, the last time we had huge solar flares, it blew up. When we had telegraph systems, it blew out all the telegraphs. It was in the 1800s, 1860 something, I think. Set them on fire. That would have been interesting.
Okay.
Next person queued.
Bye, Heather. Thanks for coming by.
From spirit ancestors.
Any messages from spirit ancestors or dragons?
That's more of a psychic question, isn't it? Do you want to answer a psychic question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Spirit answer. Yeah, normally this would be more like not so much, but I'll read the you go if you're ready.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. I haven't concentrated on it yet. No, I'm getting a dragon the minute I close my eyes, so that was fast.
My head's just buzzing.
I'm getting I got 2 dragons. They're not real big. I feel like they're what you call junior dragons. I know that sounds really weird, but it's like They're not fully grown. Hold on. Oh, part of their function is to teach you how to play. Because I did see them, the dragons playing with one another.
That's interesting.
Kids.
Because I got that Kim is another person who needs to play more and needs to spend more time.
I don't think she was allowed to when she was younger.
Fun.
The energy I get is more of a serious energy,
Yeah.
Like she had to grow up a little too fast, which I totally get. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them or if you can talk to them. That's their function right now, though.
Yeah, Kim says like puppies. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. They want you to join them in play. They want you to go outside.
Excuse me, it's just pure joy. They're just messing around, basically. There's no point in it except to have fun.
Yeah.
They don't have to achieve anything. They're just playing together and having a blast, which is what, younger kids kind of do. They don't really have responsibilities yet, is what I'm hearing. They're training still. Oh, this is funny. I just saw one of them crash. Sorry. Oh, that was funny. They're learning, their flight skills are a little rusty. They're just learning how to do it. And it's, it wasn't anything serious, but it was funny to see. Can you see them? Can you talk to them at all? In your mind?
Me or Kim?
No, Kim.
Kim, yeah. Can you reach them? I think she needs to do a little more,
Yeah, because they have messages for her too. Is what I'm
hearing. Yeah. Kim, you're going to need to still your mind, and maybe, I don't know, maybe on a long walk or something.
Play with me, come fly away. That's the song I keep hearing in my head. Yeah, they want you to talk to them. So I don't know if you meditate much, but even if you do something where your mind is kind of preoccupied, some people, when they're doing a mundane chore, so their mind is their conscious mind is focused on that. And sometimes it's, you can catch stuff. That's when you catch stuff out of the corner of your eye, or, you get a feeling about something.
So Kim says she can feel them, but can't see them. That's okay. Cause that's like the first, that's like, if you can feel where they are and you sense them around you, that's fine. That we'll go from there. They will talk to you. They do have messages for you, your guides. The big thing they want you to know, the big thing they want you to, they want to impress upon you, what they're telling me is that you need joy. You need more joy in your life. Go play. Go figure out something that you enjoy doing, or just try a whole bunch of different stuff that you don't know if you like or not. Like, have you ever been bowling? You might really like it.
Funny, though, they really are very, very funny. I mean, I can see them right now. They're doing like the twist, and they're just, just funny stuff. I mean, they amuse each other. That's why they're together. Partially, that's why they're paired together. So, I don't know if you meditate, but you should. If you meditate, what I'm hearing is, if you meditate, you're going to be able to hear them better, and then they're going to be able to help you develop being able to see them. And for some reason, the visual is important.
Well, because they do tricks. Mm-hmm. They do tricks for her, and she can't see it. So
You're funny.
that's a little annoying for them. They're telling me that you can't pronounce their names, so you have permission from them. No, this is so sweet.
Really
You have
cute.
permission from them to name them whatever you want. One of them is gold, and the other one is purple, and they are very cute and very. They're like puppies, but puppy kittens. Like the same sort of energy kind of. They're very, very cute and very funny.
Yep.
And yeah, they're there to entertain you and give you bring you joy, and also teach you how to create joy within yourself, or how to find joy within yourself.
She says she plays pool and travels a lot. So when you travel, excuse me, do you have time to yourself, like where you can just get quiet?
She does
Or
meditate, she says.
okay, that's how they're going to come in more strongly. They know you can feel them, but they want you to be able to see them, converse with them. So
She
that's going
says
to take
she's
a little bit more
asked,
practice.
she says she's asked for their help in watching over two of her sons. I don't know how young your sons are.
They're
Um,
young for that. That's
I wouldn't trust
that's
them.
the
I
function of
wouldn't
another
ask.
guide, is what I'm hearing. There's another
I
guide that's assigned for that, but not the dragons.
Yeah, the dragons would not be particularly useful. They will inspire your sons to shenanigans that you
Yeah, that's
probably.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they don't
not
have
good.
the maturity for that. Is what Linda's trying to say. They don't have
Yeah,
the maturity.
yeah, they'll just say, "Let's go look what's behind that cupboard."
I see a female for that function. She's dressed in, the dresses that have the really long sleeves, like they did in medieval times, where they kind of drape at
Yeah.
your wrist. That's how she's dressed. She's got long hair. It's like pulled back, and from her face.
Well, I hope that helps, Kim,
So
because
ask for that guide, because that's what that guide is telling me, that's her function, not the
yeah,
dragons. So you
yeah.
have three guides now that you can interact with. Ask questions. She'll help you with on your kids. Is what I'm hearing. She has a lot of patience. Like she has a
Don't forget,
ton of
your kids have
patience.
guides too, and you can ask your kids' guides for help. You can. It's all of us. If we have when we have relationships like that, we can ask the other person's guides to assist us. Um, you know, um, Kim, I only saw two. She wants to know how many dragons she has. I only saw the two
Oh,
little ones.
the two junior
Yeah.
dragons. That's what I
Yeah.
call them, junior dragons. This is funny. But yeah, that other guy, the female,
Birdman. Did you guys ever play that in Girl Guides?
I wasn't in that. She'll help you with your kids. So talk to her too. Call her in. Tell her you want to talk to her.
No, the female is like not a dragon.
No, that's a female. Like she looks like somebody out of the medieval times. Like she
Yeah.
has that dress on.
Not
It's
a dragon.
floor. She has long hair, but it's pulled back and like braided down the back of her head to keep it
Yeah.
in her face. And
Think of those. Who was it?
like Guinevere, maybe.
Saint Malay painting, pre-Raphaelite paintings. With the long curly hair and that kind of thing.
And they got the long sleeves.
Yeah, she looks like a portrait of something that I've seen before. And two are puppy dragons. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're not very old. They're not kids. They're not like little.
Not quite as young as a puppy, because puppies are pretty young. They're puppies for about 3 years. I'd say these are more like 10-year-olds. About 10.
Yeah.
Keep dressing.
A lot of fun. Very funny.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I hope that helps, Kim, because that was a really interesting question.
Yeah, we didn't know where that was going to go. That's for sure.
Hello. And next we have, let me just get that out of the way. If anyone sees Sue Toffee, could you please next we have Addie Gaddy, who also wants messages from her guides. Okay. Well, can I just change that to to the masters instead of your guides? Because we're supposed to be reading the Akashic records. And I don't want this to turn into like psychic mediumship, because there's a ton let me rephrase that. Those kinds of messages you can get from a number of other different readers. There's Sun Psychic Jean and Allie and Heart and Soul Connected and Marina, and there are several other people who will do that. Terry at Holding Your Space. Anyway, so I would prefer to stick to the records. So Addie,
I got something, but it's not a lot. I heard patience, so they want you to work on your patience for some reason.
You're trying to go too fast, Addie. You're expecting results far more quickly than they can reasonably. I don't know what you're doing. Okay, they're not showing me that. Okay, now they're telling me they're telling me that this is true in your spiritual life and in your physical life. You're expecting results from what you start. You're expecting results far too quickly.
I also heard that she needs, when she wants something, if you're going to visualize something and you want it, then you have to let it go. You can't control how it looks.
Yeah.
Sometimes what we think is going to be fabulous, they have a much greater idea of what they're going to give us than we would ever imagine. So we kind of have to let it go. We can't control the form of it or exactly when it shows up or how it shows up, but you'll know it when it shows up for sure. I mean, it's not like you're not going to know, but that's what they're asking you to do, is to, visualize it. But you have to let go of it. You can't control the outcome. That's very hard to do, I know, but that's what they're telling me. That's what they want you to work on. So like if you make a vision board, you can put pictures and everything on there, and you can tell them, they get a general idea of what you want by looking at the pictures, but it might not turn out exactly the way you saw it. Could be better, could be sooner, could be a little later, because our timing is not, they're on the other side. It moves at the speed of light. So, our time is what we call TikTok time.
Yeah. 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 You need to let go, is what I'm hearing. You need to trust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, your guides.
It's a wish list. It's a wish list, right?
For a person?
Like Addie Gaddy, when you set your intentions for something, it's a wish list, and then you put it down and you forget about it. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's on your wish list. The message has been sent and will be acted upon at the appropriate time. Don't lose faith or hope or trust.
It's not easy. It's not an easy thing to accomplish, because we would like to see it. We want to know when it's coming, what it's going to look like. I mean, that's just the way our conscious mind works, but it's not the way that the guides work.
So more patience and trust that your messages are being received, and that your growth is happening the way it's supposed to happen, and that you are learning your lessons, because you are. They're telling me you are learning, you are growing, you are proceeding according to, you know, you're well on your way, but you're anxious and impatient, and that's holding you back. A certain like that, or that can. It's not holding you back now. You know, I wish they would just give me information in a linear way, because that's how I give it. But no.
Well, sometimes we're not going to get what we want either. Exactly. We would like to get it, you know.
No kidding. So try not to let your anxiety and your impatience get in the way of your trust, and try to take a deep breath and calm when you start sort of getting that itchy teeth feeling, like, but when is it? Try to just calm yourself and go,
nattering.
Yeah, that crazy, you know, monkey
mind, what they call a monkey mind.
Yeah. So that can get in the way. That can really get in the way and prevent stuff or delay stuff from happening. So if you can keep yourself calm and confident,
just kind of keep repeating, like almost like a mantra. Like, I know my guides have got it. They've got it. I don't need to control it. I can let it go.
It'll come.
Tell your monkey brain, be quiet. My guides are working on it. Be quiet. You can tell your conscious mind if it's nattering at you like the monkey mind. Just say, I'm not listening to you. Be quiet.
Yeah, not listening. Sorry, what you're saying is irrelevant. I hope that helps, Addie. But yeah, calm, confident, patience. More than anything, trust. Deep breath.
Sip. I haven't seen you have water.
Okay, so next we have, hang on, let me hide that. Next is Poopy Wanda.
Water.
Oh, good idea. Sip, sip, everyone. Do you want some?
Better.
Okay. Nope, she was thirsty too.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Miss Wanda.
Okay, next is Emily. And Emily's question, I have it right here.
What am I missing to balance my life between school and my writing project? I heard you need a break.
You need some joy.
Yeah, sometimes when we're too stressed or we're too tired, and frustration sets in too, especially with a writing project, it's going to block the flow. So they're saying they just want you to give your mind a rest. You don't feel like you take a lot of time to yourself, like you're very organized. You know, I'm going to do this now, I'm going to do that now. It's very structured. And some of that structure is getting in the way. I understand for school you have to be structured. I get that part because you got deadlines. Yeah. But they do want you to take that break because it frees up your mind. It takes you out of concentrating on stress and, you know, like everything that's swirling around up there kind of thing. You need a break from that.
Yeah, you're another person who needs some joy and playtime in your life, Emily. I don't know what a break. What is that? Yeah, I know. I don't know what you think is fun or what you think of as play, but you got to do it at least 2 hours a week, at least like absolute survival minimal 2 hours a week.
Why do I see her with more painting? Do you paint at all? If I see you with a brush in your hand and I see you painting, so I don't know if it's like a You know, you
Yeah.
can go to those coffee and wine things where everybody gets together. They're all strangers. It's not like
Yeah.
they all group and they
Y'all
just
paint a tree
mix.
together, or
Yeah.
a full moon with a wolf.
Sometimes it's pottery, but this is for you. It's painting. I think it's going to be. It's like a discovery for you. It's like you're going to discover that is your way to relax.
Meditate.
It's like a meditation for you. You're just kind of, and your mind is free. So that's when it's going to help you a lot. I know it sounds probably funny to some people, but it really does.
Yeah.
It's going to free up it's creative too. It's also creative, just like your writing is.
And also overall, in not just because of the balance, your like work-life balance and all the rest of it, like just overall as a person, as a human, you need joy. We all do. And we need to find ways to bring it into our lives. And it varies for everybody. And part of the growth comes from discovering what brings you joy. So
and painting, you can paint, you can put your emotions on canvas.
Yeah.
Any emotion, not just joy, but any emotion you can paint. It's coming out in the colors and the form. You don't realize it sometimes at the time, but that's really what's happening.
Yeah.
And
that helps with the emotions because they need to flow. Like they need to flow so you feel them, so you can express them, so they're gone. Okay.
It's a form of channeling.
Yeah.
Channeling. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they move through you. So well, you're not going to be able to. She says, hang on, let me just put this up. She says, I feel like I'm not putting enough energy into the other two.
But you can't put energy into something if you're blocked. If your writing is blocked, you can sit there for an hour and you're not going to get anything accomplished. And that's going to be very frustrating to you. It's just going to add more angst. You're already struggling with that. Like, why isn't this, flowing the way I want it to flow? That's why it's not flowing. They want you to take a break. And that's going to be like I'm getting that's a new hobby. That's a hobby for you. So whenever you're blocked with your writing or you're overwhelmed, they want you to, I'm hearing, go to the canvas is what I'm hearing in my head.
Yeah, I something that brings you joy. If you've never, you said that, I remember you put into the chat that it's been a long time since you painted. Pick it up again. Like, I don't know, go to one of those evening, wine and painting classes with a friend or alone. And
it's an old friend is what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you haven't seen in a long time.
Oh yeah. Bob Ross is fabulous. Same thing. He just puts stuff
having to, and I don't know, what her preference is, but it's not as free form when you watch somebody like Bob Ross, because you're going to have, a product when you're done. You know what I mean? You're painting trees, but this is more what I see is more free form painting, more abstract.
Emily says her body is filled with pain and she feels empty. Well, yeah. So start with the joy. Because you're not gonna write and you're not gonna learn feeling empty.
No.
Start with some joy. Start with some calm. Start with doing.
That's why you freedom. All those feelings you're talking about that are trapped, they're going to come out on the canvas. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. All of us need joy.
I think it's a great. I love just regular painting. My dad hated it, so Mom and I would do all the painting. I loved it because it's very meditative. Even just regular painting something, it's not very exciting, but it's definitely meditative because it's the same thing. It's this constant even stroke, so it's for everybody's a different thing, but that painting is going to be essential.
Yeah. And Emily says she struggles with not feeling guilty when she engages in leisure. Oh my God, were you raised Catholic?
That's a parent's voice in your head is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's not truth. Okay. And leisure, oh, excuse me, when you're creating joy for yourself, you are nurturing yourself as much as if you were, making yourself dinner or whatever. It is nurturing. It is essential for our
It's
existence.
part of what our soul needs. Everybody's soul needs that. It doesn't matter who you are. A parent told you that.
Oh, Emily, you poor thing. Yeah.
It's like, what is that old saying? Idle hands.
She says she had a narcissistic mother. Yeah.
That's a very difficult thing to overcome. That's not easy to overcome. I get that.
Fun.
But the painting is going to open a whole new area for you. It's going to allow you to really express yourself, and you're going to notice how much better things start flowing. And you're holding in all those emotions. Paint them, put them on the canvas, and get them out of your body and mind.
Yeah, and there's and it's guilt for looking after yourself. Okay, that's what it is like, instead of working for someone else's benefit, you are working for your own benefit. And in a narcissistic environment, that's never allowed. No. So that guilt is bullshit.
It's destructive. But I mean, it's like, what unfortunately what narcissistic parents do is they find out what you're interested in, like what your dream is or what you really love, and they just make sure you don't ever get to do it. So this is your time to become, yourself, which you aren't allowed to do. So that painting is, I'm hearing it's like super important is what they're telling me.
Yeah. A lifeline.
How do you know that, Emily? I hope it really helps.
Yeah, Emily, good luck. Good luck. I hope that helps. Hi, Tyler. Welcome. Yeah, Emily says her mother always told her hobbies. Yeah, did I not ever always hear that? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You can't draw.
Yeah, don't let anybody tell you that. Go with what you feel in your gut and what your guides tell you. That's the road you're supposed to be on now. Because it doesn't matter whatever they told you in the past. Yeah. You're number one now.
Yeah, that's right. You get to choose, you get to decide, and it doesn't matter what any family or whoever. Oh, well, that would explain it. If she's a failed artist, well, you couldn't possibly succeed because she didn't. So she's not going to let you, right? Okay.
Jealousy. That's jealousy. That's just
jealousy.
Yeah. Take your power back.
Yeah. Be who you are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She was wrong. She was wrong.
And, I mean, they probably had a very difficult parent too.
Well,
it's really unfortunate because it just rolls from one generation to the next.
Trauma, yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. So next we have Nana Sweetie. She wants to ask Nina. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is she still here? Or they, I should say.
I want to ask.
Father told me I was too sensitive. I am sensitive. I found power in that. Yes.
What?
Oh, Tyler's. Oh, I'm sorry. I put up the Nana's question already because Tyler had a wonderful comment. He says, or they say, my father told me I was too sensitive. I am sensitive. I found power in that. Yes.
He's an empath. That's why he's sensitive.
Yeah.
She was.
So she didn't have. She was. She may have been the golden child. People who are never held accountable often develop narcissistic tendencies because they never have any accountability for anything and they expect, everything. Nana is here.
Okay.
Ask about her journey, about her twin flame and guidance.
I have one question for Nana. I'm just wondering what your understanding what twin flame is.
Yeah, me too.
Because a lot of people think a twin flame is like everlasting love, the partner of your dreams. That's not what it is. So
Wanda's my twin flame, to be honest.
I'm just wondering what your interpretation of that is, because you might not like the answer.
Not necessarily a romantic partner. It could be a parent
No,
or a
it doesn't always mean it's a group. It doesn't mean it's not a really challenging relationship.
yeah, it could
You know,
be
that's really, I mean, it's a challenge. I mean, a big challenge.
yeah,
It could be
yeah,
a daughter, it could be, you know, a brother, it could be different people. Doesn't
yeah.
necessarily mean a romantic partner.
It could be your bratty child. uh
True. Yes. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So we can answer it this way, but I'm just kind of wanting you to understand what
and
a,
Ellen has to go. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, you know what, um why don't we just leave you on the list and you can come back and watch the replay later, okay?
yeah, because your dinner we'll
Yeah.
probably still be here. And
The whole Okay, so Nina or
I'm
Nina,
going to
Nina's
ask about my journey. What's next? Where am I standing?
yeah. I think that's a better question for you because
Okay.
that little twin flame thing, yeah, Diane, you're right. It has been distorted big time. And if you want to know about love, we can talk a little bit about love coming into your life and the energies for that and what the masters have to say about what's next along that road. But
Yep. Just depends on what you're asking when you say your journey. I mean, we can check, but that's a little bit of a psychic question too. Let's see.
let's see.
Um,
Wanda, that's 3 poops. That's enough, okay?
I see it. You're at a crossroads. You're trying to decide, should I go left or should I go right? It's like a decision, I feel like, that you're trying to make.
No, this way.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I see you standing at a fork in the road. That's why I was asking.
What's going on? What's going on?
You just try talking to your guides because I'm hearing your guides say this is one of your. I hear soul challenges. Something you put on your life path. You ask, I don't know if they're going to let me tell you which way to go.
Learning.
I'm hearing what she's learning is to ask her guides. It's not an intellectual decision. They're being, I mean, what I'm talking to is being stubborn about, you know, wanting her to make that decision, not asking someone else which way to go.
Yeah. This is part of your learning is learning how to make the decision and how to rely on your intuition, on your messages from your guides, and learning to trust that the messages you receive are real and that they are meaningful to you. So that's what this.
What I'm hearing them, what their advice is though, is to start with something like small stuff. Like
Yes.
what they want you to do is they want you to meditate in whatever form that takes for you, because everybody's different. And they want you to keep a journal, and then they want you to look to see if the information you got was accurate, because that builds your
Trust
faith in them.
Yeah. And I'm getting that this is going to be a tough lesson for you. I'm getting that you're feeling stuck somehow. Maybe it's this decision that you have to make, or maybe it's
there's a lot of fear, and fear will block your
stuckness.
Block your ability to see psychically what's going on. feel like
So
you're going to make the wrong, you're going to take the wrong road. You're going to make the wrong step somehow. And
yeah.
what I'm hearing is in the past, that was, how am I going to, let me see what they want to say about that. If you made the wrong decision in the past, there was always a price to pay. That's what your fear is about. And that's what the lesson is.
So
I got chills.
So you need to really dig deep within yourself, to your higher self, to your soul. Dig deep, and
trust in us. We're not going to let you down.
Yeah, and listen deeply to the guidance that is being given to you. You are getting it, okay? You just don't trust it.
They're also saying, ask us for a sign.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can ask for signs.
That you can't. When you see it, you know it's the answer.
Yeah.
Whatever you ask them, you're kind of like, what do they call that? I'm in the show me state.
Yeah.
Show me thing.
Yeah.
Which I totally understand that. So that's what they're, sometimes if we're not meant to have the answer, it's like if you go for a reading, sometimes the person can't get a read on it. They can't get an answer. It's because they're not supposed to get an answer. There are times when we are not going to get an answer. We're blocked because it is a lesson. And it's your lesson. And it's not our place to give you the answer.
Yeah.
Which I know is not probably what you wanted to hear.
Well,
but I don't feel like it's, if you learn this lesson, what I'm hearing is life's going to become a lot easier.
Yeah. This is actually a really important point in your spiritual life, in your spiritual growth. And it will keep, if you don't get it this time, I'm being told that you'll be given it again until you do get it. And because this isn't something we don't fail this stuff, right? We just keep getting the same test over and over and over again until finally we get it and we get past that. So life can be really, really difficult until you get it. Once you get it, life suddenly becomes so much easier, and that's true for everybody. So stay open and stay with your own self and your own clear your mind and make sure that it's another one who needs a little more joy in their life. Yeah. I think maybe that's today's sort of universal message, is that we could all use more joy in our lives. There's no such thing as too much joy in a life.
It's the fear that's really,
the joy.
It's getting in the way. It's like a block, like a wall almost.
Yeah.
It's like one of our biggest enemies, fear. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Fear is. What is that from Dune? Fear is the destroyer. Fear. I forget what it is, but it's a really great. The Fremen say. I forget what it is, but anyway. It's I think it's an invocation that they say when they go and chase down the sandworms. Never mind. Okay, nerding out here.
I hope that, I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but that is the answer.
Yeah, and joy and gratitude are absolutely the antidotes to fear. So how you recognize signs. Well, if you ask for a sign and then all of a sudden you're walking along and great big
fear's like it's like your monkey mind too. It's constantly chattering at you, like it's part of your monkey mind, fear. So you just tell it, when you have to kind of catch yourself doing it, because it's become such a habit for many, many of us that it's so automatic. We don't catch it all the time. So trying to catch it is a good thing to do, and then tell it, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Go away.
Yeah. 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 Love and gratitude, joy and gratitude. Tyler says, if you think, was that a sign? Yeah, it's probably a sign. Yeah, that's true. So I think you can trust that you'll recognize the sign when you get it. I know Abraham Hicks talks about things like she was testing and asked for a blue feather, and you know, all kinds of things like that, and kept getting in the most incongruous ways, most unbelievable ways, kept getting these signs. And so yeah, you can do that. Make it a game. Why not?
Free to manifest them wherever they want, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. You can ask for any kind of sign. You can say, I would like you to send me a feather. Well, not in my house. You don't want to do that because there's feathers everywhere. But please, can I find a penny? Or please, can I find a dime? Or something like that, and see what happens. But yeah, you can ask for the sign you want, or you can just ask for signs generally. So, the heck? It's those. I hope that helps, Nana. I mean,
yeah.
This is your
Earth was gonna. She's gonna have to rephrase that question with like a general.
Yeah, no, I know what. Well, at least how I'm interpreting that, Earth, is you want to know if the Akashic Records Masters have anything that they would like you to know. Is that
okay?
Accurate?
This usually, though, like not just a general. It's like usually one thing that, at least from what I've found, is that there's one thing or maybe a couple of things I really want to know about.
Yeah.
So if it's more specific, then we can hone in on that particular subject.
Okay. No, Earth says that's right. That's fine. Okay.
Okay. Oh, wow. I heard hiding in plain sight.
I heard authenticity.
I know it's okay. Well, this is the first thing I heard when I closed my eyes was that you I understand this too. You're gun shy. You're very private. It's not easy for you to ask questions. This is kind of a public forum, even though we're going by, pseudonyms that we've chosen for ourselves. I'm getting this for some reason. Somebody made you feel ashamed when you would ask a question that they didn't think was appropriate. Can you just let us know if that's what may not be what you were looking for an answer about, but they have their own, schedule and ideas. Okay, that's what I thought. One thing I think that this is not from, well, it might be from them, but we've all lived like a lot of different lives. We've all been different people. We don't realize some of us have been murderers in previous lifetimes. We've been victims. We've been mothers. We've been fathers. We've beaten our kids. I mean, it's not. I think we carry a lot of times. People are way too quick to shame people when they want to put them in their place because they feel threatened and they use it as a weapon. Oh, I heard, if you ask us, we'll help you build your armor.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. Don't hide. It's It's hiding your light. It's like hiding your light under a bushel. They don't want you to do that. You weren't meant to, none of us were meant to do that, but many of us have been taught to do that because it was threatening to somebody, or you were jealous, or there's, 18 million reasons, but
yeah, I'm hearing the same thing. I'm hearing authenticity, that your lesson, or what you're in the middle of now, is about honoring yourself and being authentic and having the integrity to be authentic to yourself, like to being your own real self. So that really, yeah, you really didn't.
Life.
You really didn't come here to hide. You were created for a purpose. Your existence serves a purpose for humanity, and yeah, and
I know what's good.
Claim it.
You had a past life. I see you standing in a chariot with your armor on. You were kind of a very athletically talented. You were kind of a star. Whenever doesn't really matter what decade you're in or century you're in, there seems to be, that always draws a lot of sometimes negativity, jealousy, envy, all those things we're not supposed to feel, but we do as humans. And that person, they're in your life this time around. Let me see if I can figure out who it is. It's an immediate family.
Parent.
Somebody it's male too. It's not a female. I don't even know if she has a brother, but if it's not like a blood brother, it's somebody close. I hear the word brother, like a brother. You have anybody in your life like that?
Because that person is trying to diminish you in order to feel better about themselves.
Yeah, they couldn't accomplish it in the past life, I'm hearing. But so they've come back around. It's more their lesson than it is yours. But in this lifetime, you've let them kind of get at you a little bit and use that to try and basically, they want to push you off what they think is your pedestal. I don't know why they think you're on a pedestal, but they do. So yeah, that's why they're telling you need to work on your armor, because they're referring to that past life, but they're also referring to your protection from that person's energy, because they're very destructive, is what I'm hearing. If there's any way to separate yourself from them, that's what I would do. They're not healthy, and they're still going to
not be in your life anymore. This may have been in your childhood. This may not be someone who is currently participating in your life. Like, I don't know if that means they're dead. They're not dead. Are they dead?
Mm-mm.
They haven't passed on. They're still in this world, but they're not as big a part of your life as they were when you were a kid.
No.
And but a lot of what they said has stuck with you.
Yeah, it's stuck.
And because it was told to you when you were really vulnerable, like 5 years old, and you believed everything the adults told you. And yeah, so
does she have an uncle? I feel like it was an uncle.
Could be. Older male is what I'm getting. Brother.
It's not her generation. I think it's her uncles.
Yeah, previous generation. Yeah, cousin, maybe even, I don't know, family friend.
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I heard the song "Shake It Off."
Yeah.
So that's what they're telling you to do: shake it off and build your armor.
ask for protection. In addition to building your armor, ask Archangel Michael for protection. I'm hearing that very clearly. Archangel Michael is available to you to protect you.
He wears armor.
He will help you build your armor. Mm-hmm. And it's well, I mean, clearly it's internal armor, but it's also armor within yourself against those beliefs that you were given that were not true to begin with, but you believed them because you were little. What did you know?
No, the armor I'm seeing is like a breastplate because it protects most of your important chakras.
Yeah. 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 If you can tackle those false beliefs, if you can tackle them with, blue light, that's right. If you can tackle them,
kind of like being aware of that. Again, we're dealing, this is a theme, that monkey mind stuff. You know, if you hear something negative about yourself that you're thinking,
replace it immediately with a thought of love.
Yep. Cancel, clear, and replace it with something.
Yeah. Yeah. And
whoever that uncle was, I don't like him. He's
he was a blowhard.
He's cruel.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like him. Don't like his at all. He hasn't learned anything from the past. Sorry, he hasn't learned. Shouldn't be laughing, but he hasn't learned anything from that past life. He's a young. So if that's any consolation to you, I know it shouldn't be, but you know, I get that he is in the past though, but he did some damage.
Yeah, he did some damage, and you can heal it. And I just heard this. So here's a reminder for you, Earth, from your guides. And I'm sitting up straight here, and I'm going to try to deliver this in the way that they're asking me to. Here is a message from your guides to remember that you are loved, that you are supported, that you will have all the resources that you need to be able to conquer this within yourself, that you only need to ask for it, and it's there. It's available to you. You just ask. You will get it. Ask for insight, you'll get it. Ask for help to feel better, you'll get it. Ask anything and you'll get it. Especially in this. And this is true for everybody, but this message is specifically for Earth.
It'd be helpful if she could get like one of the little, you can get those statues of Archangel Michael. It's like a visual reminder. Because I get the feeling Earth is visual.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 3D model would be better than just like a poster or something.
You know, you can get those little D&D miniatures. If you can get something that looks to you like it could be Archangel Michael, get it. Yeah. You've got the one.
I hope that helps a lot. I think that will really help a lot. Yeah.
Hi, baby.
But don't be afraid to be yourself. I mean, you know, Linda and I we're not going to judge anybody for that. Everybody has their own. I mean, we're not going to judge Earth because she's.
For what?
She's free to be herself, and if she wants to be herself, she should be able to be herself. You know, we don't have you being yourself on here. We're not going to say anything to you.
I mean, we're up here hanging ourselves out.
I mean, we can feel I can feel it. So why would I? You know, if you're an uninvolved person, you might want to do something like that, but that's not going to happen here. It's more like a place to be yourself.
Yeah. So, Desi is next, and after Desi, I really hope that helps. Earth. After Desi, we have Viviani, Eleanor, and CJ. And okay, here. Her name is Anika.
Oh, there we go.
And she wants to know the future. Okay, so look, the Akashic Records Masters are not hot on future because they don't live in time. They live outside of time, and time is not linear. It is, I don't know, circular, tubular, who knows? It's slippery. So I don't know if I can get anything about the future of your relationship with your boyfriend, but because we can't read on your boyfriend. That's third party. We don't have his permission to read anything about him. But we can for sure read your energy and look at the relationship through you. So,
So she anything on my relationship.
okay. So this relationship, I don't like it.
It's past
You,
life.
huh?
It's a repeat of a past life, this lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. To me, this feels like you are really hooked into him, and he manipulates you, and you have a bond that is almost like it's an obsessive kind of really um, almost like a trauma bond. I want to say, but I don't think it is. Um, but it's really intense, and it's really borderline obsessive, and you just live your you just really want to do anything that will make him happy, and I don't get that he gets very happy very often. There's it feels like a lot of little nagging criticism, put downs.
Energy to fire.
It's a really um, it's very manipulative, and now you're probably not North American.
Yeah, I'm hearing careful. I got to be careful and wise is what I'm hearing. But you need to kind of start pushing the boundaries instead of always being people pleaser mode, because that's the mode he wants you in 24/7. And even when he's
okay,
it's like you're never going to make him happy, Anika. I hate to deliver that message, but you're never going to make him happy. He's going to make you miserable.
Oh yeah, he's abusive.
He's going to keep you afraid, and you're not supposed to be any of those things. That is not an equal relationship. That's a very unbalanced power dynamic.
I see you tiptoeing around him, being really careful not to say anything that will upset him or set him off, or that he will, look at you like, like that. You're just really careful around him and working really hard to please him. And this is a past life relationship, or the past life connection that's coming again. And your lesson in this is to value yourself, to love yourself, to like self-worth, self-esteem, and to care for yourself enough to not permit yourself to be used and hurt in this way. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sure this is not what you wanted to hear. And
it's extremely important, the message, though, because it didn't end well in the previous lifetime.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to get yourself, you probably don't have a lot of privacy, is my guess. I don't know if there's a place where you do have privacy, but you're going to need to educate yourself on, because the reason he's so controlling is he's basically a bully, and bullies are always cowards.
Yeah.
So you need to educate yourself on narcissistic men, and you're going to need to figure out how to you're going to need to extricate yourself out of that relationship, because it's never going to work, because they are never, ever going to be satisfied, that kind of partner. And it's just going to it's devastating to the person they're in the relationship with, because you're constantly you're striving all the time. You never get a moment's peace. It's constant.
And the goalposts always move, and it's never right and it's never okay. And when you decide to break it off, make sure that you have support, make sure that you're not alone, make sure that you have people around you who will support you and who will protect you and defend you. If you're, I mean,
there's a good book that just came out. I don't know if it's in the library yet or not, but it's called "It's Not You." It's written by Dr. Ramani, and all about narcissism. That's probably the book they're telling me that you should read. First book out of the gate, is what I'm hearing.
There's another book that's available as a PDF for free, and it's called "Why Does He Do That?" I forget the name of the author, but you can download it for free from a bunch of different sites. You just Google it. "Why Does He Do That?" is the name of the book.
There's a support group too that she could. I don't know how much time she gets away from the house because they're also very clingy. But that would be a good place. Don't tell them you're going there. Tell them you're going. Obviously, tell them you're going somewhere else. But
are you living with this man, Desi? Or is he like really just a boyfriend that you go out with? Because if you're living with him, it could be really dangerous for you. So make sure that you have support and don't tell him that you're leaving. Oh, it's long distance. Oh, good. Oh, good. Then just say it's over.
That's a blessing. That's a huge blessing. Huge.
Because this guy, he can be volatile. Okay.
If he's long distance, you'll be able to what they call gray rock him.
Yeah, and just say, no, I don't think this is working for me.
And she's Dr. Ramani's also on YouTube. She does a lot of YouTube videos for people.
Ramani. She is an amazing resource. And I hope that helps, Desi. I'm sorry. I'm sure that wasn't what you wanted to hear, but
it's important. It's really important.
But really, for you to survive as a human being, there can be no future with this man.
No, and if you don't learn about it, you'll just attract somebody like him, and maybe it won't be long distance next time. This is a huge blessing that it's long distance.
Yeah. This one is a huge, huge, huge blessing. He's not living with you. Okay, Viviani. Viviani has a really interesting question because, like she always does.
And Frank. No connection message from the guys.
I got big chills. I got that you were Anne Frank. 100% absolutely you were Anne Frank. If you go to Europe and you decide you may decide to go to Auschwitz, and if you do, you will have big feelings and big revelations. You may choose not to. Okay, nobody's asking you to. Don't get me wrong. Okay, nobody's asking you to. I'm just telling you that if you do go, and you go to Amsterdam or to any of those places that were significant in her very short life, there's going to be stuff going on for you, big stuff going on for you there. You may or may not choose to. Entirely up to you. This is totally your choice. It's not necessary for you to do.
I wouldn't recommend you go to the death camp.
No, I wouldn't either.
That would be is overwhelming.
There would be.
And you have to worry about. It's not like they've cleansed those energies.
No.
So I'd stay away from that.
Yeah, and it's not necessary. I'm just saying that if you decide to go to Europe, that you will, Amsterdam in
The Anne
particular.
Frank house.
Yeah, you will get stuff. It may, yeah, you'll have big stuff happening to you if you go to Amsterdam. And there is so people who died in the Holocaust, they were given the opportunity, the choice, okay, if they wanted to come back sooner, like to that budgie is just going crazy. That they were given the choice that if they wanted to come back right away or close to right away, they could, and if they didn't, that they could. That they didn't have to, but a lot of people, you among them, partly because you were so young when you died, you decided, yeah, I'll take that, and so you came back pretty much right away. Um, very short span of time. I'm being told that many of the people who chose to come back right away were very young, but some of them were very old too. So, I mean, it's not like a universal kind of a thing. It's not a rule. This is an observation.
Just make sure your protection's really good when you go there, because there's a lot of energy, not just what happened there originally, but
It's
that attraction just on top of what actually happened at the time. There's layers and layers of other emotions, because it could be a Jewish person that goes there, and it's very emotional. So there, it's hard when you're going to a place that holds that much history and energy. It's a challenge. So I'm just saying, make sure you're ready for it. Make sure you protect your energy really well before you go to any place like that. It's going to be challenging. Even though you're removed from it, it's going to be challenging. And then you got all the energy, all the other stuff on top of it. The other energy that's it's not a big place. It's a very compact place.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's saying that you should or shouldn't go. If you feel like it, go. If you don't feel like it, don't. Like, that's fine. Just if you do choose to, there's going to be stuff.
It'll be emotional.
But yeah, you were Anne Frank. I'm just trying to check to see if maybe you were his sister, Margot. Margot was their sister's name, I think. No, you weren't Margot. It's very clear, very definite. You were not Margot. You were Anne. You even look like her, Yeah, that's all I've got. I hope that helps, Yanni. Yeah, it will take she says that the information will take a little time to process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't easy. I mean, it wasn't an easy lifetime, and it wasn't a long lifetime.
Yeah. It was a lot packed into a very short period of time. So you're going to have to, yeah, poor baby. Yeah. Don't ask if you don't want to know the answer. Oh, love you, girl. Glad I'm not you. Or I should say, I'm glad it's not me.
Well, it's kind of funny because, you know, there's, you know, it's, Diane G and I have been, we were in the camps too. Probably a lot more people than we realize have past lives there.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that were in the camps that are around us that are in this community, you know, a whole bunch. And Ellen R wants to know, oh, you're welcome, baby girl, anytime.
Past life.
Relates to your current life or untapped skills. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Do you sing, Ellen? Do you do something with your voice, like singing or public speaking or, I don't know, chanting or something like that? Ellen, are you still here? I saw you a few minutes ago. Wow, we're coming up to 2 hours.
Yep.
No wonder my butt's numb.
We didn't start reading right away. I think that's.
Yeah, I know. I talk too much. Sorry.
That hearing somebody doing the scales, but I don't feel like it was this lifetime. It's a past life.
Yes, Viviani, you're quite right.
You can hear a piano, you can hear her singing the scales, but it's not this lifetime. It's a past lifetime. Hold on, let me ask if she brought it with her and she just hasn't really tapped into it, maybe.
Ellen, are you here? Oh yeah, she had to leave, remember? And we were gonna read for her anyway, and then
for dinner.
She was gonna watch it on the replay. Okay, fine. So Viviani, yes, of course you should read the book. We had to read it in like grade 9 or 10. I can't remember. It was like part of the curriculum. Of course you should. Everybody should. Roxy, I see your question, and I'll tag it on to the very end because I can feel a lot of urgency coming from you. So you're going to be the last question. So it's going to be Ellen R and CJ, and then Rox or Roxy. I'm not sure. Oh, Viviani told you to come back. Oh, good. Okay. So do you sing, Ellen? Or speak or she does speak. Okay. All right. Well, because both of us are catching on to something that has to do with singing and music. And so
I see a metronome too.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, singers use metronomes. Every musician uses metronomes.
Not only when you're first learning, not so much.
Yeah, then you learn to use your heartbeat. But
I never used my heartbeat for that.
No,
every gift is different. I never use my heartbeat for it. I have like a auditory memory, like I could hear it one time, and I don't know how that works, but I would memorize it. I wouldn't have to go over it and over it and over it to learn it.
So Ellen, there's some kind of musical skill that you haven't really.
I feel like I'm seeing an orchestra, so it's got something to do with the symphony.
Ellen says she was told not to sing in high school because she was not a good singer. Nobody is a good singer without training. Okay, like you need to learn. It's something.
What did I tell you that? Was it because you were off key? Did they say why they said that? That's not a very nice thing to say to somebody,
especially a kid. Especially in choir.
In high school, high school's a lot of
high school choir.
difficult to navigate. You know what I mean? In some ways. I feel like,
you have a lot of, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just seeing a symphony. I'm seeing this, the symphony hall, the orchestra's on the stage. Okay. Oh, okay. That past life that I'm seeing, where she's doing the scales, and I'm hearing the piano and the orchestra and the symphony. You contracted an illness and you lost your voice, and it was just absolutely devastating, which I would totally understand. So that's why it's like you don't want to go through that again. But I feel like your love of music is still there.
Yeah.
So if it's not vocal, it's definitely listening to music. And I think you would really enjoy a symphony concert. That's why they keep showing it to me.
So
singing, I want piano lessons.
So Ellen,
I feel like it holds a lot of joy. She needs to indulge in some kind of music, like if she goes to see a symphony or something.
Yeah, I think that you can, as an adult, you can take singing or piano lessons as an adult. Mm-hmm. It's not as easy as an adult because
there's some guy that teaches there's that guy that teaches a shortcut for math. This guy kind of teaches a shortcut for piano where it makes it easier for adults to learn. And for the life of me right now, I can't think of his name. It's been quite a while since I've seen any ads by him, but try searching for it online.
Or locally, because the thing about learning as an adult versus learning as a child. As a child, you don't know anything, and you don't know anything. And so it's easier for you to practice, and because you got your parents to make you practice your half hour every day, and they'll make you do that. Well, mine did. Anyway. And you can see your progress from week to week and month to month with your teacher when you go back every week for your lesson. I took piano lessons for 10 years. So as an adult, we're used to being the masters of our environment, right? We can drive cars, we have jobs, we pay bills, we pay the rent. And being incompetent is very uncomfortable. Being unable to do a task is very uncomfortable for most adults. That's why learning skills like singing and playing an instrument, not just the piano, but any instrument, most adults won't even consider it because you're starting from scratch. It's easy to start from scratch when you're 6 years old. Everything is start from, you can't even read when you're 6 years old, So, but I highly recommend you try it. It will provide an outlet for you that you don't currently have, creative outlet for you that you don't currently have, and it will open you up. I'm hearing, I got big chills. I'm hearing that it will open you up in ways that you can't imagine right now, that this creative channel is a link to you. It's a link to your soul. Oh.
Well, okay. It's blocked because of the fear of what happened in the past lifetime. That fear came forward.
Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. That
fear is kind of holding her back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's such a huge... If you're musically talented person, it gives you great joy, then that is a huge loss. It's like
Yeah.
you, it's like
Amputee.
you lost
It's
your hearing,
amputating.
or
Yeah,
you
it's
lose your
an
sight.
amputate.
It's like that. It's really big.
Yeah.
So it came forward with you, and there's a little bit of fear that if you learn how to do that, that something will happen again, and
Yeah.
it'll get taken away from you. But I don't see that happening, and I do see it giving you a lot of joy.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like getting, it's weird. It's like your secret for some reason. So I think you might practice, when there's nobody around. And then, the more and more confidence that you get, then, because the joy is going to be there right out of the gate.
Ellen says she'll look into it. She may look into harp lessons. Oh, yes. Yes. She says
Yeah,
that
just
this harp is
follow your gut. Whatever you're really drawn to that feels like that's the right thing for you. And you don't have, because you start something, if you can rent the instrument, you're not stuck with that instrument. You can move on to another one if you find out that's really what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I hope you do. I really hope you do. I hope you look into those lessons, whether it's an instrument or voice. I really hear a voice and not just an instrument, but there you are. I hope that helps. Thank you so much, Ellen. That was so interesting.
Good luck, Ellen.
Yeah, good luck.
Let yourself have fun with it.
Oh, it's
don't
going
take
to
it
be
too
good.
seriously until you figure out which one you're going to pick up and be proficient in. Because I do think you're being proficient at it, by the way.
Oh yeah, you're not going to be ignorant for you're not going to be like beginner for very long.
No.
Okay, so CJ wants to know if they have a Native American spirit guide.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting that it's
I got it.
Plains Indian. What? Sorry?
No, go ahead. I'll wait till you.
Plains Indian. Sorry. Native Plains like okay, so I don't know much I don't know much about the American tribes, okay? I know the Canadian tribes. I'm getting Sioux.
Yeah,
I'm getting Sioux. I'm getting Oglala Sioux. So North Dakota-ish. And a shaman. This was a shaman for his tribe, a medicine man. Definitely male. Definitely male. And very, very skilled, very powerful medicine man. Gentle, but he comes off as stern, but is really soft, really a soft, gentle man. Strong. And he's there to connect you to the world around you and to get you to pay more attention to the world around you and to be one to recognize and work with your connection to your world, your connection, your essential, it's true for everybody, essential oneness with our environment. That's what he's there for, is to connect you to your environment. He hasn't been around your whole life. Came in when you were just starting out as a young adult. That's what I got.
I think we got two different things, but I see a young man, maybe 20, doing a ceremonial dance. I can hear the drums. There's a ceremonial headdress on. Chippewa, I heard. I see your horse, brown and white, spotted. I get it. Oh, you're the chief's son, but you're not married yet. Let me ask if it's a past lifetime.
Is this her past life?
I think it might be a past. Let me ask my guides. Wow.
Lives in Chippewa country in northern Ontario.
I'm hearing a language, which I don't speak, but I'm hearing it.
Pixie, she says she lives in Chippewa country in northern Ontario.
Interesting.
Hello, fellow Canadian.
That's my neck of the woods. I feel like it's somebody that's trying to visit, talk to her.
Yeah. That's right. They are called Ojibwe now.
Let's see.
Because Chippewa is just the anglicization of Ojibwe. Because, you know.
Like for a younger... does CJ have kids? I feel like it's for a younger person. A guardian.
Oh, Lindsay's in Nova Scotia. Yay. Maritimes represent. CJ doesn't have any kids.
See an American eagle for some reason. I wonder if he was her protector when she was a kid. So I'm getting younger energy, like wow, speaking the language which I do not understand. I wish I could translate it. I see war pain right now. He's got a talent for working with birds, like birds of prey. Like he said, he's telling me to look. He's asking you to look. There'll be a bird of prey. He's gonna send one, is what he's saying. I'm like your shadow and your protector, or I've always been there.
Oh.
He's what we call an earth angel, but you know, he's going to be there. He'll be with her entire life. But that's what he is. He's her protector. He's her guardian. He'll be there whenever her time comes to cross. It's part of his function. But his biggest, that's his biggest, if you want to call it job, is to watch over CJ and protect her. That's why I kept seeing a child, a little girl, and I couldn't figure out why I was seeing that. But that's why I saw it, because he's been there since you were born. He's one of the guys that was with you when you made your plans for this lifetime. And that's one of his agreement in your record. He's saying he's telling me you're going to be able to see him, CJ. You're going to get a glimpse of him, and I'm getting it's in the forest. So I don't know if you're on a walk or where you're at, but you're going to get a glimpse out of the corner of your eye, and you're going to think it's your imagination. And what he's saying, he's going to send the bird of prey to confirm it was him that you saw. Why don't you open up a little bit more? He's trying to talk to you about something that's important. I feel like he's always in where you live, like outside. Not very far away from wherever you happen to be. It's really interesting. I've not seen anything quite like this one before. Yeah, so I want you to open up and look for him. For some reason, I feel like you can understand his language, and he talks to you in your sleep. It's really interesting. But he wants you to reach out to him. I don't know if you go. I feel like you go on walks. I don't know if I see you walking. But on this particular walk, you're in the forest. You will glimpse him he's running. You'll glimpse him out of the corner of your eye, and then he's going to send a bird of prey. And you're not going to be able to mistake that it's from him, because it's going to be under an unusual circumstance, is what he's saying. This kind of, he says, other than when you sleep, he wants to introduce himself to you. Or he's got a message that he needs to deliver. I hope that helps. It was really interesting.
So 2 Native American spirit guides.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cool. Very cool. Thanks for your question, CJ. That was really interesting. That was very, very cool. Okay, now this is the very last question, because it's after, it's more than 2 hours since we started.
Yeah, my shoulder bother me.
And so Roxy had a question. She said a few things in chat. I don't know if you caught on to it, if you saw them, Pixie, but she was talking about how she feels like she has, Rox, hi Bora Bora, welcome. We're just coming to the end of the show. She was talking about how she feels like she's growing wings in her back, and it's kind of upsetting to her. And let me see if I can. Yeah, I know. You have wings. I know, baby.
She's gone. What's the problem?
Yeah, wings are great. Wings are fabulous. Wings will take you places. It's too far back in the chat for me to.
I saw part of it. I mean, I did catch it earlier, and then I saw part of it. I mean, I can back it up.
So Rox, if you want to say more about that now, go ahead. Yeah, that's great, Bora Bora. Really appreciate that. Not upsetting. Okay. Okay, so then say more about it, please, because clearly I got it wrong. I thought you were upset by it. But she wants to know why she feels like she's growing wings in her back.
They're not bird wings. First thing I saw was, you remember the old, who was it that tried to experiment with planes way back?
Icarus.
Yeah.
Icarus. And Dave Alice,
that kind of very rudimentary.
Icarus was his son, and he flew too close to the wind, to the sun, and his the wax that held the feathers together melted, and he, crashed into the ocean. Yeah, it's supposed to be a lesson about not getting too big for your britches, hubris.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like it's not a literal. That's what I'm looking for. it's not a literal glow.
Metaphor. Yeah.
You're not going to grow wings. I know it seems like that's what you're afraid of, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting that they're, and I don't think it's that her particular instance isn't so much about hubris. It's more like they're trying to impress upon you that they gave you the wings to fly. It's metaphorical. So in other words, they want you to fly. Something's been keeping you stuck. Like, you haven't been able to launch your life, launch your dreams, like it's keep your
Pixie, listen to this. She says she got that after a vision she had of a golden light from Earth's core lifting us all.
Mm-hmm.
So is it it could be
that's the flight metaphor. That's where that would fit in. But it's also a personal message for Rachel. It's a personal message for her.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has to do, part of it, I think, is it's an ascension symptom for you. I mean, everybody's got different ones, but also it's a way of telling you that you have the tools you need. You have the ability. That's it. You have the ability and the skill and the tools that you need. So go, do.
That Misha's a past life reference too. I see her running as a little girl in a field.
Yeah, Tyler, yeah, growing wings to take flight. Yeah.
And I feel like that life was cut very short. This life is not going to be short like that life where she was Misha. That's where she's getting the name, because they're trying to get her to remember that lifetime and how short it was. And they want her, this is metaphorical again. They gave her the wings to fly. They want her to use them. Something's been holding you down. Like you're not able to soar. You have the dream. It's there. Is there something or somebody's holding her back from fulfilling it?
Fear.
Thing around, she feels guilty about, if she did that, then she wouldn't be able to do this. There's some kind of guilt involved where she feels like can't do that because that's, she should be doing this. It's kind of like a war is going on in her mind. They didn't give you the dream and the ability unless you were meant to take that route. So don't let whatever's holding you back keep you from doing what you want to do. It is your path. You getting anything, Linda?
Yeah, Rox, do you have some spiritual gifts that you're maybe just beginning to be aware of? Do you have like, I don't know, do you hear things? Do you see things? Do you read tarot? Do you do any of those kinds of things? Yes, she says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, Viviani. So to me, that would be absolutely the next time to take the next step, time to take that and fly with it. So develop it, really start working on it, and stop holding yourself back. Fly with those wings. Don't just.
I'm hearing a song, and unfortunately, because of the artist, has a negative connotation, but the song itself is very, it's kind of in its own way profound. It's that song, I Believe I Can Fly. There, if you read the lyrics, that's what it's talking about.
Yeah. She says she's reading more of people's emotions. She has visions of even being in a torus shape with all her lives. Yeah. So it's time to start developing that stuff, okay? It's time to start developing that stuff. It's time to start working on it. It's time to really let let yourself fly.
There's somebody around her that's like, kind of like uh, trying to put the kibosh on it is the word I
yeah,
would use.
yeah.
And
That that it's all crazy anyway, and there's no such thing, and yeah, you're going to hear
don't
that, but
let them do that to you.
don't.
That's what I believe, and you believe what you believe. I don't interfere with what you believe. Please don't interfere with what I believe.
Yeah,
If it's causing any harm, it's going to be helpful.
yeah. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but this is
Yeah.
what I believe, and this is what I know to be true.
It's
And
part of who I am. It's part of my purpose.
yeah, so to hell with you. Isn't that terrible?
No, I mean it's very frustrating, but it's human nature. Sometimes it's sometimes it's fear based. Well they're gonna, like if let's say it was your wife and she had those skills and you're the husband, and then you're afraid that if other people find out that's what she's doing, then you're gonna look like you're crazy too, because you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's like a guilt by association. It's almost like that. It's really strange.
Yeah, yeah,
Be family, could be a friend, could be a significant other, but there's definitely somebody that's trying to, like, I see them stepping in front of her, and you're going to have that. What I'm hearing is you're going to have that conversation.
yeah.
They'll help you with that conversation, but it's important. Hope that helps. Hope it takes some of the
Look at this. See, her whole family, sisters and mom and brothers, had to let them all go. Wow. Okay.
So you need to ask your guides, what is the purpose of my gifts?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I totally get with the family thing. Me too. Yeah. But well, actually,
I think a lot of light workers
knows what I'm doing.
A lot of light workers spend they're not supposed to have a significant other for their entire lifetime. It kind of interferes with their purpose sometimes. It sounds weird, but because it splits up your time because you have responsibilities to other people.
But you're another one, Rox. You're another one that needs more joy in your life. So still your mind and listen for the guidance that you're being given, because there is guidance for you. You just have to ask for it and still your mind so you can receive it. And I'm also
just ask them if you're not sure what's going on. Ask them.
Yeah.
Why is this happening? You can have a full-blown conversation with your guys and ask them what's going on. I was confused. It scared me. Can you deliver it to me? You do have control too over how you get your messages. It took me a while to figure this out. I knew somebody's going to be in an accident. They'd put me in the car, and I'd be in that horrible moment right before you have the collision part. It was awful. I would wake up out of a dead sleep, my heart's pounding, and I told him, I said, look, you want to show me somebody's going to have a car accident, that's fine, but I don't want to be in the car. So, because they don't have a physical form, and sometimes they get a little carried away. So just explain to them, you can moderate that with them. Tell them, that really kind of freaked me out, and I didn't know what was going on. And sometimes our human mind gets involved and starts, making up all kinds of crazy stuff in our head kind of thing, because we're afraid. So just go back to them and you have that right, and ask them. You can negotiate how the information is delivered.
Yeah. So it's time for you to break free, Rox. And it's time for you to let go and let yourself fly, and to hell with everybody else. Well, I mean, not literally, but Whoa, what a day. What a day. Oh, I'm just trying to get some feeling into my butt. So before we started, I said the prayer before in case you guys are wondering, I said the opening prayer before we started because I was paranoid because Pixie was not here yet.
I was having technical difficulties, and I was trying to send Linda a telepathic message going, I'm here. I know I have a show with you today.
Yeah, and I phoned her. I was so scared. I phoned her. Anyway, so oh, that's right, Jackie. Huh?
I turned my sound off, so when you're here.
So she didn't get it because, like, I turned my sound off too. I've had 3 phone calls since we've started this show, and I haven't heard any of them. Mm-hmm. So Jackie's birthday is the 15th, and happy birthday, Jackie, early. And so I'm going to read
messages. Have fun on your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew you'd be wondering about that, Diane. You're so good. You're so good for reminders and stuff. Yeah, it was read before we started. And I know that I don't normally like doing that because I like I like that
I knew you'd be freaking out, and I'm like, but I'm frantically trying to fix the technology problem, and I'm like, I can't do both. So I'm just trying to telepathically send you a message saying, I'm here, I'm almost there, kind of thing.
So I was just worried that, you were sick. So anyway, okay. Thank you all so much for being here. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that you show up with wonderful questions and such a great community. And yeah. Okay, so we're going to close together now. So 3 deep breaths in through your nose. Hold for a few seconds and then out through your mouth, and breathe in all the way down to your toes, all the way past your belly button down to your toes. Was that 3? I think that was 3. I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy, and I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this group. The records are now closed. Oh, my strange little apples. I love you all so much. Thank you for being with us. Oh, I should ask. I'm sorry. Or no, I should say. So before we go, what am I doing? I am next week on the 15th, the Tuesday. So that's Jackie's birthday. Mm-hmm. Hang on. I'm doing Akashic Adventures on this. It'll be on this channel. Viviani will be simulcasting it on her channel. On Thursday next week, I'll be with Jonathan Daly. He'll be doing his wizardry with the tarot cards. We're going to be doing probably mostly past life readings. Is kind of what happens with Jonathan. So, and then at 5:00, because it's the full moon, Tuesday, the 17th, or Thursday, Thursday, the 17th is the full moon. So, I'll be on Moon Scarab's channel with Gerald. We'll be doing full moon readings. That's at 5:00 Pacific, 8:00 Eastern time. And those are always fun. We've done, I think, 3 of them so far, and they've all been a blast. So thank you so much, Pixie. Really appreciate your being here.
Yeah, I made it under the wire.
and uh, and I love you all so much, and thank you so much for being here.
Everybody have a wonderful evening, and if you're tired, take a nap because the CMEs are a little wild right now, as evidenced by my tech issues. So,
Yeah, well,
just try and go with the flow.
if the CMEs can screw around with the power grids, then your technical issues, yeah, not a problem.
I
Yeah.
was kind of expecting, so I actually started earlier. If I hadn't, I probably would have been late because I had like a gut feeling. I'm going, I didn't. Thinking, I'm trying to, it'd be nice if I had some kind of power over that, where I could just make it do what I wanted to do.
So bye, everybody. Love you all, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.